Hi everyone, here's a day 4 summary of the 100 Days of Swift class. So day 4 was all about loops, and this is another fundamental concept in programming languages. Swift is pretty similar to most other languages in this way. The most, probably the basic loop that a lot of us are familiar with is a for loop. So this is where you specify exactly how many times you want to go through something. So here we'll give a range of, say, going from 0 to 9. And with something like this, you push play, and this goes through, if you count, it'll go through 10 times. And another sort of Swift-ism is if, for example, here you don't really care about this variable that you're using to loop through, you can actually just put a placeholder underscore there. And that way you actually get rid of the warning that Swift was generating. So that's a for loop. Another basic loop is the while loop. So if you, say, define a counter variable, and you can have something like while counter is less than 10, you do an action here, and here you would, you can increment it each time. And so if you run this, you'll get another version of something going 10 times. So that's a while loop, and the way it works is you're checking for a condition, whether it's true or false. And if it's true, you go in the loop. There's a variation of this. If you want something to be in what's called an infinite loop, you have something like this, where you just say, hey, while true, do this. And then if you run this, it'll go on and on and on. One of the things you can do is break out of the loop. So there's actually a command called break. And what this will do, it will go in this loop, and then the very first time, it will break out of this loop. So let's try running it here. And it should print the word infinite once, like it did here. So that's you have a for loop, a while loop, a variation. Less used of the while loop is repeat. And then here you're guaranteed to do something at least once. And then the condition you put at the end of the loop. So while counter is less than 5. So this should run just once, because up here we set counter up to 10, and then it exited that loop. So we'll run this, and it didn't like this, maybe because I didn't have a space. So here, a repeat while loop, and it did not like the way I did this. So we need to figure out what happened there. Repeat while, does not really give an explanation here. Oh, there we go. Okay, must have been a funny state. So that's your basics there. I think with that we'll wrap this summary up.